we're volunteers there. So when we show up in Alton, we're working. I lose at least 2 or 3 fingernails every single time we're there, and I work my butt off. Even though I was just getting off of being sick, still worked my butt off this last time. And anybody will tell you, when we're at Sharon's, the only thing you hear is Denise every 5 minutes. Denise. and apparently it just rolls off the tongue. And it's one of my favorite places to go. We will drive 350 miles to volunteer at McPike Mansion. And I look forward to doing that every single time. Hard to believe, I look forward to going there to work my butt off.
Yeah, go figure that.
Oh, I know. But I've seen the changes in the location. If you had seen it 10 years ago, if you watched Ghost Lab,
okay.
That was the first time we went there, was when Ghost Lab was taping. We happened to actually be there that day that they started their taping. And it's changed so much from that day. And we've watched it change.
Yeah, even the last, was almost 3 years ago when I first visited McPike, and even in those 3 years, it's changed quite a bit.
It has. I mean, well, because in that time they've gotten the windows done, the doors done, they got the plywood off the front door, they've gotten the porch painted, and they got the sunroom done. Mm-hmm. So just that stuff alone has changed the look of the building that much. And if you guys are looking to check out McPike Mansion, do not watch Ghost Adventures. There is no demon at McPike Mansion. There is nothing dark at McPike Mansion unless you bring it with you. So keep that in mind.
Watch our video on Haunted Road Media.
Yes, watch their video on Haunted Road Media. I gave Mike some stories from us. I've got tons more stories about McPike Mansion. I just don't share a lot of them because most of them are personal, and that's the thing. McPike Mansion is not a dark haunting. It is the families that have lived there loved it, taking good care, took good care of it until it fell into disrepair from nobody living there. So, and the people who own it now love it and are doing their best to get it fixed. So, and their goal is to have it done by their 50th wedding anniversary, which is like December 9th or 17th, in 3 more years. They're planning on having a dinner party on the first floor, and because it was 7 years. Yeah, it was 7 years on my 50th birthday. So it's coming up 3 more years. And I'll be 29 at that party. And and the only reason I know this is because on my 50th birthday, nobody showed up for the camp out. It was a summer one. Nobody showed up. And I had my 50th birthday party privately at McPike Mansion with my best friends. And by accident, completely by accident. And she told us at that time, she goes, we're having our 50th anniversary in the first floor of McPike Mansion, and you guys are all invited. So, nice. So needless to say, we're waiting. We have a vested interest in that getting done by their 50th anniversary. So, so if you guys want to check out McPike Mansion, go to McPikeMansion.com. She doesn't mind if you stop by as long as you're respectful. She doesn't mind if you stop by and take pictures. In fact, she loves it if you do. But like I said, just be respectful. So, and the camp out this year is going to be, what did I say, Ron? October, I think it's like October 19th. It's earlier this year than usual. So let me look. October 19th is the camp out. So if you want to sleep at a haunted location for $35 per person, this is it. You can sleep on the grounds of McPike Mansion for $35. So, and it all goes toward getting the house fixed. So, and don't you have another video coming out about McPike Mansion?
Yeah, we'll eventually get another one put together. So it's still really raw right now. We need to coordinate a few things with Sharon and get that done. But yeah, there'll be more coming out about McPike.
Yeah, she'd really like to have some more positive things than her words manipulated by someone else.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
we'll get the real story out there.
I do think that Ghost Adventures did do a good job with Mineral Springs from my perspective. What was your thought?
There's not a demon at Mineral Springs either.
No, there's not. I mean, but overall, other than the demon part, I thought they did pretty good on sticking with, hey, this guy did drown in the pool. That was historically accurate. This guy did drown in the pool.
The guy did drown in the pool, yes. But there was nothing evil or nefarious about him drowning in the pool. Again, it was an accident.
No. He, as in Zach, brings his own spirits with him, and people need to realize that if you've got a demon, if there's a demon everywhere you go, it might be with you, not at the location.
Yeah, and that's something Vanessa said about him when we were at the Stone Lion Inn and we met him there. She could definitely tell that something was around him and following him around. But there's also a part of him in the way that he will manipulate a show. I mean, you talked about him, they manipulate Sharon's words, but the way he will get people to say something, like when he was interviewing Jan, he was interviewing Dave, and he's like, so, this could be going on here. And you can't say no, because it's like, well, yeah, that could be going on here. So they say, yes, that could be going on here. And then from that point forward, he will take that, whatever you said could be going on there, as that is going on there. And that will be the whole rest of the show. Right.
He manipulated mine. They cut mine up and to make it sound like I said something that I didn't say. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, personally, he was very nice to me in person.
Yep.
But when it aired, I was irritated. So that's all there was. And I'm seeing out in chat that you've got a video coming out soon about the Cheney Mansion. Cheney or Cheney?
Yeah, Cheney Mansion, Jerseyville, Illinois. We have part 1 out there. Part 2 will be coming out later this week. It will be a 3-part series on that.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, that's a very cool historic house in Jerseyville, Illinois. It's a Victorian house now, but it originally started as a little inn, kind of a almost rectangular little house. It was painted red at the time. Now it's white. It was a stop along the Stagecoach route, and then over the years it grew into this big, beautiful Victorian mansion that has a lot going on with it. It was a stop along the Underground Railroad. There's actually an area under the dining room that's accessible through. They had a hole. They had a hole in the top of that room where you can access it from the dining room, or there's a brick, almost like little doorway to get in there from the basement. So that was a stop along the Underground Railroad. It was used as a doctor's office for a while. They have a vault in there. It was used as a post office for a little while. And so there's all kinds of interesting history with this place. And it's very haunted as well.
And how hard is it? Do they do tours there?
They do tours. They do investigations there. So it's all accessible.
Well, that's neat. So maybe someday when I get to Illinois, I'll check it out. But usually we get as far as Alton, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes north of Alton.
Yeah, I know it's not that far.
Yeah.
Before we used to hang out in Alton, we did go to what was it? We went to some water park in Grafton, I think it was.
Okay, yeah, Grafton's nice.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But Ron's from the area, so he used to go over there and drink when the drinking age was 18 in Illinois, and it was 21 in St. Louis and Missouri. So needless to say, he knew all about it. And everybody talks about Fast Eddie's. I've never been there.
You ever been to Fast Eddie's, huh?
No, but I'm more of a Raging Cajun kind of person. I like that place. Okay. It's haunted, and I like the Raging Cajun. I also like Max. Spirits, I'd like to go down to Spirits and check that out. But the Raging Cajun, I met the owners of that place about 7 or 8 years ago. No, it's been 10 years ago now. Met them and fell in love with the place, and I love Cajun food. So it works out for me. But again, since we started volunteering with Sharon, we come in, we eat at KFC, and we go to work. So we don't get to do a whole lot. So, and we get to eat at the Golden Corral and when we're done. So needless to say, we've got a very limited, it's just how it works out. But, we like it that way. We like our limited stuff. So you guys also have some hotels and discounts set up for the Haunted Road Media. I saw that. So if you guys go out there and check out on Facebook, Haunted Road Media Paracon 2019, you can get all the information about some of the hotel discounts. The Super 8, I think, is like $71. Not too bad. Next door is the Best Western, and down the road is another hotel. But I like the Super 8's okay. Honestly, I know that some people stayed at the Best Western for the Troy Taylor event thing, and they complained about the rooms being messy, not being cleaned very well. So that's what I know from some friends of mine that went to that. But of course, I don't have a whole lot of respect for Troy Taylor, but that's a whole other problem.
Yeah, that's a whole other deal. But we're also putting together, Bonnie Halpern has been doing a fantastic job. She's the one that worked on all the discounts for the hotels, but she's also working with some of the local businesses in the area to get some discounts at restaurants and some of the other shops and whatnot downtown there. So when you come to the Paracon, you should be getting at the table like a little packet that'll include coupons to some of these different locales.
I want the dessert place down the street. You come out the door and you go to your left, and it's down the street. There's
Just Desserts.
Yes.
Yeah, that place is supposed to be really haunted too.
I know, but I know that they have really good desserts. Mm-hmm. Sharon and Jerome Minks used to go there a lot. He used to play Henry McPike, but we'll have to talk about that later because we're at a break. Everybody, this is our last break, so if you have any questions, please ask them in the chat. You're listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. We will be back in 2 minutes.
You are listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, Birmingham, Alabama.
Thank you for listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. The time is 45 minutes after the hour.
Welcome back to the Paranormal Pride. I'm your host, Denise Pridemore. We are at our last stretch.